Welcome back to Win Philly. I'm Nakisha.
And I'm Dr. Heather. Hey.
Hey. So thank you so much for joining us for episode 11. This is our 11th episode.
Yes.
How about that?
Wow. It doesn't even seem like, well, that's because we have fun. Like, we enjoy this. And
I know.
It doesn't seem like work. Although it's work for her, actually, because she is a little...
Because I'm a worker bee.
She's a little like, she like this whole lighting situation. But you know what? In the end, when it's all done, it looks beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I think you do a great job.
She's talking about all the lighting that I have, but we'll get into that later.
We got 15 lights on us, okay? But she is like... Which is, I mean, it could be like a good thing,
Oh, it's a great thing because you ladies know lighting is everything, okay? So
and girl, I'll be in the dark.
I'm gonna leave it there.
She
be filming her videos with a candle.
And she be texting me like,
I'm like, girl,
what you doing in that video? Anyway, we all sidetracked. See, you see how much fun we had.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, you need to subscribe, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to find out when there's a new video. Well, really, it's up every Sunday.
Yeah.
But I want you to subscribe. Click the little bell so you can get the notifications, and that would be awesome.
Yes, and watch the other episodes. Just make sure you go back, look at the topics, and see if there are things you're interested in. And if you know somebody that could benefit from watching one of the videos, share it with them. Let them know. We're not just talking to entrepreneurs or women. We're talking to everybody because we talk about a lot of different topics.
We talk about a lot of different topics, and as you can see, we just like roll off into a whole alleyway. But we always make it back.
We always come back, and we're actually entrepreneurs.
Yes.
So we are qualified to talk about this.
We have a lot of experience in this space.
Yes.
So before we move forward, if this is your first time joining us, definitely I want you to know who I am. I am Nakisha Hodge. I've been in marketing healthcare for 12 years. And I'm also a photographer, and this is my studio, Hodge Studios, where we film this lovely VCast. And my co-host here.
Yes, and she's an artist. She always leaves that part out. And a fashionista. I mean, that's what an artist is. Just a lot of different things.
That's why it's
rolled
Hodgepodge.
up in one. Hodgepodge. Duh.
Yeah.
That's such a good name. How'd you come up with that? I love that. It's
Thank
adorable. So I'm Dr. Heather. I am a psychotherapist, a marriage and family therapist, and a clinical sexologist. So you can go onto my website, which is sexdrheather.com, just to see a little bit more of what I do in depth. But the main thing is my ideal clients are couples. Like, I enjoy working with couples around everything that is intimacy related or communication related. I do a lot of premarital therapy, postmarital, and divorce, parenting, and just human sexuality all around, and I absolutely love it. So that's what I do, and I'm the owner and operator of Studio for Sexual Health, Wellness, and Education Incorporated.
Make sure you go to her YouTube. It's not only educational, but it's so funny. Okay.
Some of them are pretty funny, some of the videos, because I'm pretty silly sometimes.
Well, she's a funny gal. So make sure I try. Make sure you go to her YouTube. So we're going to get into it today. Our topic is...
We are talking about body language and the unspoken truth around body language. We want to hear your comments on this, as we speak about it. Put down anything that kind of jogs your memory around somebody judging you because of body language, or you judging somebody else because of body language, and if you think body language matters.
Yeah. And we're going to be talking, I'm going to give you a few tips from what I learned just being a woman in leadership, talking to people that, I have been over, and also my superiors, what their body language is saying to me versus what's actually coming out of their mouth. So I think that's pretty interesting because sometimes those things, they don't align.
They don't at all.
Like, your mouth is saying one thing, but your body, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because sometimes you can have like you could be doing nothing. Like your body language is like your an unspoken, just nonverbal behavior, right?
Yeah.
But let's say you're just sitting here still staring. I believe people have energy. So I think sometimes your energy could be telling me something totally different than what you're doing.
Right.
Okay?
It could be darts coming from your eyeballs. Like,
yes.
If we wasn't sitting in this office right now.
It's like shaking your head, yes, saying no.
Yeah.
But yes, so behaviors, facial expressions are some nonverbal cues, body posture, gestures, eye movement, touch, and the use of space.
Yes.
Right? So all of that matters. I think sometimes when I know sometimes when my couples come in the office, I can always tell what's going on. I am like, oh, they done had an argument, body, no words come out.
Argument in
the way
car.
they actually walk into my office is like telling me everything I need to know. So I know I need to scrap our goals and agenda for the day and work on what just occurred in the car on the way to therapy.
Because somebody's saying, why we gotta go to therapy? We don't need to talk to nobody. And the other person is like, you definitely need help.
Yeah, because we need help because we about to get a divorce.
Right.
A lot of people wait, and that's one thing. A lot of people wait to that point. Don't do that. So also pay attention to your partner around nonverbal cues. I think in a partnership, not only work, but in a partnership, it's really important to pay attention to those nonverbal cues. My partner checks me a lot around that. I have a lot of facial expressions, and he's looking at me like, babe, that's not what you just said. Like your whole body language just told me something else.
Right.
And so he kind of checks me, which is good. You need to have that person telling you what you're doing when you don't know that you're doing this.
So let's talk about that. And I'm going to take it back to the work environment. Exactly what you just said. Some people, I'm talking about me, some people are very transparent with what's going on up here. So what's going on up here is coming out in all of the hand movements and the neck and all of that. So I had to consciously make an effort, just being in the corporate world, to really take notice of how my body movement and my body language was portrayed to other people. So I'm going to give you two examples. One example is, if I'm in a situation where, I'm having a conversation, I'm not really liking what I'm hearing, I don't have to say a word, but it's just like my eyes are somewhere up in my brain, and, I'm just flicking my hair like, oh my gosh, just get it over with already. And, that's not only unprofessional, but it's very telling, because the person who's talking to you, they're like, okay,
she's not even listening to me.
Yeah, this person is either about to snap on me, or they're not really interested in what I'm saying. So I had to make the conscious effort to hold my composure, and I literally would have to tell myself, okay, look them dead in the eye. Don't, move your hands too much. Stay very still with your neck. And you end up looking like a mummy. But that works for me because I was very aggressive in my body language.
Yeah.
So I noticed that when I was talking to people.
Did anybody tell you? So this is important. Like if you can't recognize this for yourself, that's why we're actually doing this video, because we want you to be aware. Start paying attention to your body language and the cues that you're sending people that might be wrong. You might not be trying to do that.
Right.
Or somebody might tell you.
Yeah, because I don't think that I'm an aggressive person per se, but my body language was very aggressive. So when I was talking to other people, they would get defensive. And I was talking to this girl one time, and she literally started shaking, and I did nothing to her. I did nothing. I'm serious. I was just talking to her, and she was telling me, well, this and that, and I was like, well, that's not gonna happen, and in a very nice way. But my body language, whatever happened, she was shaking, and I was like, what's going on? I don't even know what happened. And I was so
your posture,
confused.
That goes along with your posture.
I was confused when my superiors, they came to me and they said, we need to talk about what happened today. And I was like, what do you mean what happened?
Right. Yeah. And you don't even know. So,
Yeah.
you know, check yourself when you're talking to your peers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but don't cower. You know, we're not telling you to cower.
Don't
when
let
people
anybody
are,
walk
but
over
we're telling you
you
to stand tall always, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but also be cognizant of, you know, being frustrated with people and how that comes out, you know, or actually looking through people and how that looks to them when you're looking through them.
Yeah, and think about how when people talk to you, if, you know, they're doing certain things, or, you know, if they're taking deep breaths, or if their voice is cracking a little bit, how it makes you feel in that situation. You want to be mindful of that. So I want to just tell this other example, because it doesn't always have to be like an aggressive, confrontational kind of thing. Another thing that I learned is that naturally I'm a happy, fun person, I think. And I had to be very mindful about how I would talk to not only the men that I work with, but women, because I would touch them, or, you know, my demeanor was a little flirty, which I didn't really see anything wrong with it until somebody brought it to my attention, and they're like, why are you always hitting on everyone? I'm like, what?
See, I think that has, anyway.
I think that got me far, actually.
And it might have, but some people really react to that differently than others. Some people might be like, why is she so close? Why is she so nice? Yeah. Like, you know, but why she's so nice, that shouldn't come out your mouth, really. Like, you should be happy people are nice. I like when people are kind and nice to me. And people can give you compliments without seeming flirty, too. Because I think being kind and giving compliments and, you know, tapping somebody on the shoulder cannot be flirty, too.
Do it, Joe Biden.
Yeah, like, not be flirty. So I think that's okay. It just depends on what the scenario is.
Yeah.
You know, and you were at work, so I think being at work could be a little iffy, because, you know, people be like, she touched me, I'm filing charges.
Or, I want to see you later. What's up?
Yeah. You like, oh, hold on, homie.
Like,
But
okay, I think we totally got our signals crossed.
I definitely agree. I think when you're in a work environment around other people, you do have to check your non-verbal cues, like what you're doing with your gestures, how you're looking at people. Because I know I got this thing when I be like, you know, I do this whole like, oh.
I've seen you do that.
And then I got a lot of sound effects though. So my body language goes with sound effects. You know, and I be like, oh, okay. You know, like, and things like that when people just say crazy off the wall stuff.
I'm
like,
laughing
it's really
because
rough
that's
for me
so
to
true.
do.
Yes, I've seen you do that, like, oh my gosh, like you got punched in the belly.
Yes. So I'm a little dramatic in the area of things.
Funny.
Little drama. Yeah.
Well, I think you should just be very mindful. Always try to, you know, step out of yourself and see, you know, how things look to other people. It doesn't make you a punk or anything like that. But you just want to, you know, make sure that when you're talking to people, especially if you're in a position of leadership, that you make them feel comfortable. You don't make them feel intimidated in any way. And you want to seem like you're not seen, but you should be a fair person. And you want to, I think we just want to give everyone that courtesy.
So I think you can convey both friendliness and confidence all in together.
It
doesn't have to be, you know, if you're in a situation and you're getting bored with someone keep talking, because I see this happen a lot when people are in meetings or people are supposed to be in one-on-one, maybe supervision or something with people. They're like, oh, you know, you can kind of read that people kind of blank out. You can convey that you're listening by shaking your head. That's a nonverbal cue. By saying yes, which is verbal, but you could say yes. Wait for them to finish talking, and then you can respond. But if it's not a situation where you can respond, just keep okay, yes, and actually hear what the person is saying, so you can have this nonverbal interaction with the person while they're talking. That conveys friendliness.
I think that
confidence, sitting high, like, okay,
oh, really? I always do that.
Or just shake your head if it's in a situation where there's other people around and you can't verbally say anything.
Right. I think that's a good one. Also, I would like to add just a little tip. When you're talking to someone, I was laughing because I try to practice this all the time. I'm not really good about it. But when you're talking to someone, you should look at them and don't just start like looking at other things or looking at your watch.
Especially when you got ADD.
Or just start playing with your phone like,
You're like, oh, look at that ball over there. Like, no, okay, no.
Right. Just focus on, who you're talking to at the time. Look them in their eyes. It's just a courtesy kind of thing.
I read this article around body language, and it was saying as you engage in conversation with another person, like we said, take note of the eye movements. It's an important part of communication process, right? Always, another thing is said, people with smiling, joyful expression were also judged as being more intelligent than those with angry expressions. People think this. This was an actual research study I read. People think if you are looking angry, you're not intelligent. What?
Wow.
Like, that is crazy to me. So think about that.
That's
if
amazing.
you're around here with your eyebrows frowned and you're just looking all mean, but you're really a kind person, but that's how your face is.
Know that Botox.
Yeah, no. Maybe people just think you're angry and not intelligent. So this is what the study showed. More people think when people are joyful and smiling, they're intelligent. Mm-hmm. So just keep that in mind too.
So just smile all the time.
Ching.
Smize with your eyes.
Smize with your eyes. I like that. I like
it's
that.
from Tyra.
So another thing that you can do, which is what Nakisha just said, is make direct eye contact with people, and try to, like, if somebody kind of gazes away, from you, kind of try to go with them. Like, hey, I'm over here,
Can you imagine? Oh, my goodness.
Yes. And if people start blinking a whole lot, you got to get the conversation a little bit more started, like get some action in it, or you got to just, you know what, let's take a break. I feel like everybody's falling asleep. I've been doing workshops for a really long time. And I do feel like when people get back from lunch, if I do an all-day workshop, people get back from lunch, it's over. Everybody get that itis, and everybody, they start blinking. And I'm like, oh, here's some candy, people. And then I take like another break. I let people walk around and come back. So just make sure if you're giving workshops or conferences, you're taking note of the body language of the people in the audience. It's not about what you're teaching them, right? It goes both ways, because what you're teaching them is what you want them to get. You don't just want to be up there teaching and everybody sleep.
Right.
Right?
Which is true.
Yeah. So take note of the body language and just make sure you do things accordingly.
And that's all I got.
That's all you got. All right. Well, I think we kind of gave you some tips around what to do if you feel like there are people not listening to you or you're not listening to others. So the number one thing is to check yourself. Tell somebody you love and know, hey, tell me about my body language.
Yeah.
Tell me about myself.
I think it's good to ask people
about
you. How does this make you feel? Do you think there's anything that I could do better to improve on myself? I mean, from people that you trust. Don't ask someone you hate, like, what should I do different?
Exactly.
They're like, go jump off a cliff. No.
Exactly.
I mean,
so
people
do
that you trust.
To ask them to tell you how you are with your body language. And be ready. Here's one thing.
Yes.
Be ready for the answer. Okay? It might not be something you want to hear, or it might be. It might be 50% great, 50% use things you need to improve upon.
Yeah.
Okay?
We all need improvements. We all could use some improvements on a lot of different things.
Yeah, forever. That's what life is. Life is a learning process. We learn, we grow.
Continually improving.
Yeah, yep.
Yes.
So just know that it's okay for someone to tell you the things that they think that you can improve on. Okay? So that's our topic today, body language, the unspoken truth. You have comments, leave them in the section. Let us know. Push subscribe. Also push the bell so you can be alerted when new episodes come up.
Yes.
I am Dr. Heather. I am on Instagram, Sex Dr. Heather, SEXDR Heather. Follow me. Also follow me and subscribe on my YouTube channel, which is Sex Dr. Heather as well. Watch some videos and subscribe and go to my website.
I'm Nakisha Hodge. You can Google me or go to my website, nikkitakes.on.com, and you will find all my social sites there. Lots of fun stuff about photography, lifestyle blog. It's all there.
Yep.
And a lot of the fun things that Heather and I do together. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, oh, where's our cheers? Cheers.
Oh, we forgot. Where's our wine? Maybe, you know, I like wine. You like wine?
I can't drink.
I like red wine, though. But anyway, we're going to be hitting the streets, too, asking questions to people about different things. So